week 3 of the NFL. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Ultimate All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
About time, fella!
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And off we go from Cleveland. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the... Drive of the game coming up. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Playing in your own building, a little extra adrenaline as they take the field. No surprise, this home team feeds and plays off the crowd. First play of the game, and already we're seeing an impact being made defensively.
After the sack, another pass on second down. He's got him. That's Tracy. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Motioning him from the slot right. Wilson on third down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And his first pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up second down. Here's the handoff. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Fabio Carrique making that stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught for the first. And he's brought down and pushing to that 35-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's caught at the 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First down throw from Wilson. Gets this to Johnson. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could play on it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Wilson on the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Giants are set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. His first punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing now off play action. Connects with Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air now on first and 10. On a slant, complete to Johnson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They go play action here. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. First down, here's Russ. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Wilson with it on first. Has his man, it's Tracy. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Wilson on first and 10. Ran it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again is Russ. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing for Njoku, but intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. It took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first couple.
And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Gano's point after is good. And the Giants tie things up at 14. Gano ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked up.
There's a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Micah McFadden able to make the play. This, our last play of the quarter. 2nd and 10 now. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the 1st. This has the makings of a shootout. A lot of points. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. Give now to the running back. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Hand off to the back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. What every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Giants will have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, it's Tracy. He finds space into the red zone. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So now they're going to throw with Wilson. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they get to him again. And the pressure drives them backwards. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This is from 35 out on the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they're going to love the touchdown more.
And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now give left side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. He's got it on the bootleg. On the move, headed right. Wheeled in by Njoku. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Some excellent English on that punt. This one makes it all the way to the 6 before the team touches down. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Giants dealing with 2nd and 13. A handoff to Tracy. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
They go right back to Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll bring out the punter here. Matt Araiza, the one to send it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. We don't get a return out of that punt. Man, it'll be their football. Throwing from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Throw on 3rd down. He's one of the greatest to do it. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Oh, plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Neighbors with the catch. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. For the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. So it's halftime here in Cleveland. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Browns ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he'll push this upfield and earn that with no set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Dumped off to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going here. That play good for 17 on the 1st down.
At that down the distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He finds Johnson. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants offense all set to get started. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Now go left side with Tracy. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's Tracy once more. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Wilson now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes him back. 4th down coming up.
Many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference and pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Russ setting to throw. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. The kick by Gonzalez is good. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a first down.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is cut. Touchdown, New York! The Giants start the second half with some needed points. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Dump off caught by his back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Running this one left. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Complete beyond the marker. It's a full 40 yards on the play block and a new 7 downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants down Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turn it.
And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants, then this running back, headed back out for a new series. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. First down, here's Russ. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Wilson able to hit Robinson, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Wilson to throw it. Connects with Johnson. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Wilson now, 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Finds his target, Robinson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Ross is cooking again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll get this across the 15 to about the 17. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Now a give running right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Robinson sets in motion left. He's within striking distance. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
touchdown, New York. The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. Gano ends the point after. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll run now on second down. Has the lane past the 45. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Trying the handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. This time it's a passing play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run for this. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Robinson sent in motion left. Wilson on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Offense up to the line fast. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Russ now from the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And they bring him down around the 34. The Giants using their 1st time out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety bound, complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Getting out to his left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th. So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick.
That kick obviously gets it back to a 1-score game. Now the real question, Kate, How good do those onside kicks look at warm-ups? How good do they look all week in practice? Is it time to pull out the onside kick or trust your defense with 2 timeouts in your pocket?
On first down, they'll run. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the second for New York. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the ends after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory. So the Browns come away with the win. And they're continuing to